every night is a different night here at BB King's Lucille because of the fact of the genre of the show. So every week we have our managers meeting where we go through the particular show for that particular night, and that will tell me what I need to stock up on. So based on that kind of show, I'll know what I need mostly to order and how to prep for it. So because we do a lot of private events and we have groups that come in of 50, groups that come in of 100, sometimes we'll have a regular show going on, which is in the club where you can have over 650 seated. And in Lucille, you will have a group of 50 people and you have the regular people dining. So there's a lot going to actually put in a particular night together as to how it's going to unfold. So you got to think of the genre of the crowd, you got to think of the age group of the crowd, you also got to think of what majority of this crowd going to eat. So you go outside, a lot of time I'll go outside and I look at the line, go all the way down the block, and I kind of siphon the line. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of female in the line, they're going to order a lot of salad. It also depends on the guys. You look at the guys and you say, okay, there's a lot of guys, they look like burger guys, they look like they like steak. So that I can use to come and tell my kitchen, guys, there's a lot of guys outside, it's a blues night, they're gonna do a lot of steak, they're gonna do a lot of burger, and that kind of helped me get through the night as to which station is gonna get hit harder. New York City, number one, even for me, when I hire new guys in the kitchen, one thing I tell them, once you apply for a job, especially in Manhattan, in the heart of Manhattan, because of the fact it's such a fast-paced environment to be working in, it's a touch and go, you're always moving fast. So there's a lot that you have to stay on top of because of the fact New York on a whole, especially when you're in Times Square, is so much going on and it's so busy. So I have to stay on top of my delivery time, my guys getting to work, the train not running properly. So I have to stay up on top of many different things regarding the private events, the shows that is coming tonight. The genre of the show have a lot to do with the volume inside my kitchen. So there's so much going to just the daily operation that you have to stay up on top of just to execute a flawless shift. One of the big challenges with this restaurant, or especially working in a music venue that is different from working in a regular restaurant, is, and even when I hire the guys, part of my interviewing process is saying, I just want to know that you work in volume. Anywhere you're coming from, it's volume and it's speed. But working here, the difference is because we're not like a typical restaurant where you have a table of 2, a table of 4, a table of 6 that just walk in. What makes a difference for us, we have 600-700 people line up going down the block. They come in, they all sit at once, and they want their food all at once. So whenever the ticket printer in the kitchen start running, it just don't stop. So that's what makes it so different. You have a lot of chefs that will come here and work, and because they get hit so hard, within a 2-hour span, they quit. Some of them quit right in the middle of the job, because they're not used to that. In a regular restaurant, you have that little brace period where a table just walk in, the server take the order, it comes in, the food comes out, then another table comes in, take the order, food comes out. Here it's a little bit different. All 500 people sitting all at once. 20 minutes after, the machine just keep running and the food just start coming out. It's like a factory line. They're just coming out on the conveyor belt and the guys just taking all the food off the window. Buses and runners, they're running the food, and that just goes on for about 2.5 hours nonstop. That's a part of it that hits a lot of chefs when they come in here. They're like, I'm not used to this. This is crazy. I gotta go. And they take their bag and walk right out in the middle of the kitchen getting crushed. Yep. My journey to where I am at right now, it's something where at times I have to like pinch myself to say, how can it be where I'm coming from being homeless? I'm coming from sleeping on the street in Jamaica. I'm coming from packing grocery in the supermarket. So I stay motivated, I stay determined. And I remember when I was going to school, my teacher asked me, what you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to be a chef. I want to be a real chef. I don't want to be rich or anything. I I love being around food. And I remember I recently did an interview and I said, I think food, how I eventually got gravitated into food was out of poverty. Out of poverty, and it was a way for me to say, you know what, I'm tired of coming home from school, I'm hungry, there's nothing to eat. I'm gonna be a chef because I think there's always food in the kitchen. You know, so from me thinking there's always food in the kitchen, me being a chef will eventually put me around food where I'm not hungry anymore. I go in the kitchen and now I start finding the love and the passion for cooking and creating. And when I used to take care of my smaller sister, I know that me being in the kitchen trying to whip something up for her, I go in the cupboard, there wasn't really not much in the cupboard to eat. So from there, of me creating from the little things that I could find in the cupboard and creating a dish, and she liked it and she loved it, then from there I'm like, oh, this is good. And I kind of build on it throughout my career. But I went through a whole lot. I can tell you, from just now motivating people. I go around, I speak to schools and colleges and so forth. Any young youth I see on the street, I'll stop them and talk to them as to stay motivated, stay driven. But it's been a journey. Food is life. And to how I understand how food saved me and how I'm passionate about what I do. And when I create a dish and it goes to the table and I see the way how people marvel over it and how they enjoy it and how they look at it and they want to take picture, I'm like, wow. And sometimes I'll go to the table and they want to tip me and I'll go like, no, don't worry about it. You enjoy your meal, that means the world to me. As long as you enjoy your meal, that's tip enough. And they're like, no, take it. And I'll take it and I'll go in the kitchen and give it to one of my guys in the kitchen. Because you enjoy your meal and you had a wonderful time, you enjoy the show, that's pay enough for me once I know you enjoy your meal. And as I said, food is life, and I take pride and passion in what I do. Love to cook, love to see you enjoy great food, because I remember the days when I used to stand and I actually watch other people eat something that I wish was at my house. You know, I would pass by a restaurant and I see a family sitting inside eating, and then I know I'm going home to nothing to eat. So to sit and watch somebody else enjoy something that I create, and they love it, where they want to compliment me, they want to talk about it, they want to say, oh, can I get a recipe? To know that I did that out of just love and passion means the world to me.